Guys, I did not know who to pick for this fight. I just did a random number generator between 1 and 2, 1 being Alex Pereira and 2 being Jamahal Hill, and it went on 2. So I'm going to go with Jamahal Hill because this is an extremely close fight. I don't know who to pick, but I just used this random number generator. But yeah, I can't pick this fight because on one hand, on paper, Pereira has a clear advantage on the feet and the striking. He's faster, he's more accurate, he controls the distance a lot better. He's able to land shots without getting hit as much. And Jamahal Hill, he's got great volume, he's got good power, and he's got a lot of heart, and he's very durable. But the thing about Pereira winning, I have a feeling that Jamahal Hill, I don't think the Achilles is gonna be bothering him that much. I know a couple weeks ago I made a video saying that I don't know if Jamahal Hill is gonna be 100% for UFC 300 because of what Dana White said, but I think he's gonna be okay, and I think he's gonna be defending the leg kicks quite well because that's one of his major weaknesses. There's no way he turns up in there with a wide stance. I'm not expecting that from Jamahal Hill. And I feel Pereira, I've seen him hit Jan Blachowicz with a bunch of shots. One Jan Blachowicz was exhausted, and he wasn't even really rocking him like that. And Yuri Prochazka, he's been dropped by almost rocked by everybody he's spotted in the UFC except for Volkan Oezdemir, but all the other guys were able to rock him pretty easily. There were signs that were showing that he is eventually going to get knocked out, and Pereira just put him down. But against Jan Blachowicz at light heavyweight and some of his kickboxing fights at light heavyweight, he wasn't it didn't seem like he was as devastating as he was in the middleweight division. And I feel like Jamahal Hill, he's going to be able to take some of those shots. I think that Pereira in this fight, he's going to need to go to the body of Jamahal Hill with that right kick, that right straight to the body. I think he's going to need to target it even with knees and close because, I've heard a lot from people in boxing, kickboxing, whatever, any combat sport, your core is super important. I remember hearing people talk about Muhammad Ali's body conditioning, and it was crazy because he went out there and he took a beating to the body by George Foreman, one of the heaviest punchers in the heavyweight division, for 8 rounds, and he was able to take it, and it was all because of his legendary body conditioning. He was said to be one of the most conditioned boxers of all time. So that core is really going to need to be strong. And no disrespect to Jamahal Hill, but I've seen a similar fighter, with a similar build to him, and his weakness was body shots, and that fighter was Daniel Cormier. And Daniel Cormier, he was he took 5 good body shots from Stipe Miocic, and the dude was gasping for air. He definitely did not have a strong body, and John Jones was blasting him with 2 to 3 good body kicks, and then he just blasted him with a head kick because Daniel Cormier, his body's weak, so he wanted to protect it. And I don't know, I feel Jamahal Hill is the same thing. He's very durable to the head, and a striker like Pereira, he should make that adjustment. He should see, okay, maybe I'm not going to put him down with a shot to the head. I'm going to need to really set it up with body shots and slow him down, get him tired, and when he gets tired, he's going to be easier to hit. He's not going to see the shots coming as well as he would if he wasn't. So I think that's going to be a big part of his game plan, obviously, the leg kicks, but, mix it up, change it up, get him to think about the low leg kicks, and then go to the body or something like that. And to be honest, I don't know if I see Jamahal Hill knocking Pereira out. I could see it, but I feel Thiago Santos was taking some haymakers from Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill was really swinging on them, and he was hitting him, but Santos was still there. Same with Glover Teixeira. He was swinging heavy, and he was not really dropping them. Where he did rock Glover with a couple head kicks, but with the punches, I don't know. And Pereira seems pretty solid in the light heavyweight division. I think he's got a strong chin. And I do see both guys, really being able to take each other's shots. I feel this is going to be a 5-round fight. There was a few months ago where I made a video about why do these light heavyweight fighters want to strike with Alex Pereira. And I did say I don't think that Pereira is going to finish Jamahal Hill. I think he's going to beat him by decision. And I feel like now Jamahal Hill, because of the number generator, I think he's going to probably beat Pereira by a decision. I think this is going to be like a close, like brutal fight where both guys are getting tired, getting clipped, getting rocked. Yeah, like I could see potentially Pereira like getting knocked down at some point, but I don't know. I don't know about this. Like, this is a really close fight. And I hope both of these guys really, like, made the adjustments for each other's styles. And we'll see what happens. I could see this potentially being, yeah, like, really close. They could give it to Alex Pereira, though, if it's, like, a close decision, because Pereira's, like, the fan favorite. He's a star and everything. Like, he's got so many fans. And Jamahal Hill, you know, people are, like, hate him because, they're fans of Pereira, maybe, or maybe sometimes he does talk a little bit too much. And I think that Jamahal Hill, if he loses this fight and he gets knocked out, I think he's gonna really need to learn that, you know, there's always gonna be someone that's better than you in one aspect of MMA, or even in all aspects. And then in MMA, and George St. Pierre talked about this. Like, you have to realize that there's always gonna be someone better than you. But that doesn't mean that you can't beat them. Like, it's like with Matt Serra beating George St. Pierre. Like, Matt Serra is not better than George St. Pierre, but he can beat him. Like, that's just the nature of the sport. And Jamahal Hill, you know, I think he's going to have to mix it up to really get those, like, rounds up over to his side. Maybe, like, even slow Pereira down. Like, I know it's going to take a lot of energy because he's not really used to it, but if you got an advantage, you got to take it. And yeah, like, this is going to be a great fight. Like I said, I don't see either guy, like, knocking each other out. I think they're really going to need to set it up with going to the body, especially Pereira going to Jamahal Hill's body. And for Jamahal Hill, like, if you guys saw my how Jamahal beats Pereira video, you would know how he would win. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. I just use a random number generator, and it said 2, which is what I had said for Jamahal Hill. So I think I'm gonna pick him. I could be that wrong here. I don't know what happens. It's a great fight, and like I said before, UFC 300 is one of, if not the best UFC cards of all time. I'm excited, and 300K bonuses means everyone's gonna be going all out.